Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Craftin'. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Late Night Lori is coming to you with just not even necessarily a project, just something you can do with some of the Stampin' Up! Stuff. So, I think I showed these bags within the last few weeks. They're part of the Marbled Elegance suite of products. I think it's called Marble Elegance. But this is a package of 16 bags, and you have the little bags and the big bags. So the big bag is 4.5 by 5 3/4. The little bag is 3.25 by 3 3/4. So obviously ample room to put in treats, and they're kind of designed to decorate either with designer series paper, just a tag and maybe some ribbon, or you can stamp on it because they are a nice heavyweight paper. So they will take ink as well, and they're really pretty roomy. All right. So I'm gonna just do something. When I was getting some treats together for Valentine's Day, I saw these and thought, I don't want to have just paper or a tag on here. I wanted something different. So what I decided to do is do something with this edge to dress it up a little bit so it's just not a flat bag, a flat edge. And I am going to use these perennial postage dies because I wanted to put like a little scallop at the top. I'm not going to do anything else with this right now. I'm just going to show you how I cut the bag. It is kind of thick, but you can see how the bigger one will hold 4 standard ink pads. I put a 5th one in there and it does fit, but it is a little stuffed. So, you know, another reference for size, you can fit 2 in there. So let's set that aside here for a second. And we are going to bring out Bessie here, my big stamp, cut, and emboss machine. And we need the platform. We need the shim because we're using a die. And I wonder if I might try it without the shim first. And then we need a couple of cutting plates. So what I'm going to do is put this in here, and obviously I did it once and I used the standard setup with the shim, but for part of it you're actually going through 4 pieces of paper where the gussets are. But what I did was I put the die on the edge of the bag, so hopefully you can see where I did that. So the die is on the edge of the bag. So it's going to be hanging off the edge that way. And I want to try to keep that straight. So then I'm going to take my other plate and put it in here. So normally when I'm using a squared off die, I was sharing this with one of my gals yesterday. You want to put your die so that a corner is leading the way rather than the flat straight edge, because that gives the roller in here a lot of bulk to work through. But this one, we're not actually cutting there. It's kind of going past there already. So when we put this in here and start cranking it through, I usually try to hold on to, see, now it's a little tight because it's going through where the bottom of the bag is. So there's more layers there even. So without the shim probably would have worked. And then you can see here where, whoops, this is just going to come off of here, hopefully nicely. And then there is our scalloped bag. So then to put like tissue paper, treats, you know, a little plushie gift, whatever, that's that. Pretty easy. So let me just see on another one if we did it, because I didn't notice it so much on my first one, but it's there. There's the lines. And here you can see it too. This is a newer Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine than the one on the other side of my studio. So let's try it once without the shim and see how that works. And I'm gonna put the bag with the fold part down so that's not as close to the roller and see if that makes a difference too. So we'll put this back up here. And we'll put this plate on. Got a little crooked. I could use some washi tape, but I'm hoping it will just comply with me in a second here. Yeah, there we go. So let's see if it'll work. See, it won't work without the shim. So I have to have the shim. So either the standard shim or if you have to struggle too hard, you could probably put, you know, several sheets of cardstock. But let's try it and see how it looks with the bag turned over the other way and using the shim. You don't know till you try. You don't know until you try. And then I'm going to show you quick too what I mean about putting in the corner of the die first. So what I could do is just roll it backwards, and then I don't have to go through that thicker part of the bag. And then it has gone through here twice. And there we go. So that would be my recommendation if I do the rest of these, which I probably will. I'll roll it partway through and I'll roll it back. And that way I don't have to go through the super thick section here. Okay? So now I can dress them up and I'll feel like they're dressed a little better because I like that with the scalloped edge. And I might look for some other dies that would add another decorative edge to that. So let me know what you think or if you give it a try. All right? In the meantime, happy stamping. I'll see you next time.